Hey guys, come on in. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and we're going to do some blending with some Chalk Couture paste, and we're going to do a silk screening project with a Chalk Couture stencil, which is also called a transfer. We're going to work with some palm trees and the ocean, and I'm going to make it kind of like, hey Tammy, come on in. I'm going to make this more like a silhouette than I am going to make it, like the waves and the moon and all of that. So this is going to be a pretty quick project, so don't blink, don't go anywhere. If you don't have your coffee or whatever or your water or whatever you're drinking, or your lemonade tonight, or your iced tea, don't go get it now because this may not take very long. I wanted to get on here. I'm going out of town tomorrow for the next couple of days, and I'm not going to be able to do a project. So I wanted to get on here before I head out of town. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to do some blending. I love to do blending. You know, I did some the other day, and I kind of forgot how much I like doing it. So I went ahead and I'm pulling some more out. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to take some Chalk Couture paste, and I'm going to start with the lighter colors and work my way up, and then we are going to dry that, and we will put we'll put the stencil on top and make like a silhouette. All right, so here we go. So we're going to just take this yellow. This yellow is called Sunnyside. I've added a little bit of water to my brush, and I'm going to come back and get my brush wet again. And the biggest key when you're blending is that you want to keep your paint wet, and you want to keep it moving, okay? And I'm going to just go ahead and do the sides here. Like I said, this is going to be a really, really, really quick project. All right, so here we go. So we're going to do that. Now, I'm not going to add any, I'm going to add a little bit of water, but I'm not going to clean my brush. I'm going to add my water, and then I'm going to come in with the color of, this is called Guava. And I'm going to go up above where the yellow is, and I'm going to go up, and I'm going to get a little bit more water on my brush, and just kind of blend, move that along there. And then I've got a space in between there. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down into the yellow, making sure that everything is still wet. I'm going to go down into the yellow. I'm going to get just a little bit of water on this. And this is where we're going to start seeing everything just kind of fade out and fade in at the same time. So the yellow is going up into the guava, and the guava is coming down into the yellow. And you don't want to put too much water on there. I've got actually a little bit of extra water than I probably need, but we're going to go ahead. We're going to do the sides because we want to blend those sides also. Blend the sides just like you're going to blend the rest of it. Okay, and this is what we have. And I can actually, I'm going to dry my brush just a little bit so that we can kind of fade this in just a little bit better. Just a smidgen. And I'm going to come in here with a little bit more yellow. And we're going to just fade this out. I don't want to go too far down because I don't want to lose my yellow. All right, so now I'm going to dip in here with my red. I'm going to put a little bit of water on my brush. And we're going to come in here. Ooh, that is bright. You see how the brush is dragging? So I'm going to put a little bit more water on my brush. I really don't want to do it on the canvas because this canvas is so small. that once that water hits it, it just puts too much water on there. Now, if you are new to blending, what you can do is you can take some of your cardboard boxes that you get, you know, when you get things that come in from Amazon or any of your other orders that you order, and you know, paint the cardboard white so you have a white surface, and then just blend, you know, practice blending on a surface so that all right, here we go. Gonna do the edges. You always want to make sure you do the edges. Okay, we're gonna just blend, blend, blend. I'm gonna take and I'm gonna wipe some of this paint, some of this water out of here. I'm gonna grab some more orange and come up into okay, and then I'm going to rinse my brush because I'm going to go back down into the yellow, and I don't want to have the orange and the, all right, here we go, y'all. I'm going to come back in here with the yellow because I want this to have a little bit more, there we go. Okay, and now I'm going to go into the orange, and I'm going to bring that up into the red and down. And you can see that we're losing that line, and that's exactly what we want to do. So let me get, I'm going to rinse the brush again. I'm going to wipe some of this water up, and we're going to come in here and just keep going until we've got a nice fade on this. I'm going to do a little bit more yellow. And you just keep smoothing it out until you feel like you don't have any lines. And then this is what we have, y'all. What do you think? And so you just keep going back and forth until it looks like you've got a pretty decent fade on it. All right, let me see if I can. I'm going to grab just a little more yellow because I want a little bit more yellow. I want this to be just a little bit brighter in here. And then a smidgen of orange. Keeping it wet. You want to keep it wet. And there we go. All right, so this is what we have. So we're going to dry this, and then we're going to put our stencil on here. It's going to have like a silhouette look. Making sure I got all the sides covered. All right, let me show you what we have. I'm going to go ahead and close up these paints or paste, okay? Here we go. We've got just a nice even fade with that. We'll put the lids on these. get this out of the way. And we're going to come into the next phase. And the next phase that we're going to do, now this was called Sunset. The orange was called, what did I say, Guava? Yeah, Guava. So we've got 3 colors. This is Cherry, Guava, and Sunnyside. Those 3 colors are the colors that we worked with. And just kind of blend them. Start with your, all right, I need to fuzz this, y'all. And I probably should put, let me put some, let me get my wax. It's back here. I think it's probably a good idea for me to put some wax on this. Anytime you put paint on a surface, if you don't wax your surface, you could have the adhesive on the back of the, hey Berta, how are you? Come on in. We ate all our potato chips last night. There weren't enough. I only had like 5 potatoes, and we wanted to use them up before we could. All right, let me get, I'm going to fuzz this a little bit. We wanted to use the potatoes up before they went bad, and I told Steph, I said, let's make some potato chips. Well, he was really kind of tired. He didn't want to eat, he didn't want to have he had never made potato chips before, and neither had I. But anyway, he was so excited after we got to making them that we didn't have near enough potato chips to eat, because we only had like 5 small potatoes. But yeah, with avocado oil. Avocado oil doesn't have a flavor. So, and it's a lot healthier for you. It's expensive. It's really expensive. All right, let me put some wax on this. And hey Bonnie, how you doing? Good to see you. So like I said, this is going to be pretty much a quick project. It's not going to take long. And I just wanted to get on here. I'm going to be going out of town tomorrow and Friday, so I won't be back on again until Saturday. And I wanted to make sure that I got on here before I headed out of town. Everything's good. We just have we have to meet up with someone. And all right, so this is how I blended the blues and the ocean, and then because of the sand, what I did was I put some like white waves in there. And anyway, but I wanted to do a sunset, and here we go. We're going to take this black paste. This is Chalk Couture's paste, and I'm going to take a small squeegee. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to use, even though this is bigger than what I normally use. Thanks, Bert. I appreciate that. The size squeegee that you used is determined by, number one, how many different colors are you going to be using. If you're going to use a variety of colors, you're probably going to want to use a mini squeegee. All right, it's got like a little piece of lint right there. And I want to pull that off. Make sure there's nothing in the silkscreen area. Now this is going to come off pretty easily because I put wax on here. I want to make sure that it's straight. Okay, all right. And so we're going to just press this down, make sure that we've got a good seal on it. And then we're going to take, and we're going to just, I'm going to go over this whole thing. Thanks, Bert. I appreciate that for sprinkling that out there. I'm going to get this stick out of here because I don't need that right now. And I am going to get, well, I'm going to just dip this in here. So here we go, y'all. This is really going to be a quick project. Going to get some paste on my squeegee, And then I'm going to come over all of this. It's like I almost need to get some more black. And I like to go from the edge of the design into the center of the design so that I don't go off of the, oops, I dropped a spot. I'm going to just leave that alone so that I don't go onto the canvas. Now, if I was working on a reusable board, I wouldn't be as concerned about going off the stencil because I would be able to just erase that. But since I'm working on a canvas that I've already added a background to, there's no way I'm going to be able to, well, you know, I just have to like get some bling or something and cover it up. All right, there we go. So that's that. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to wipe my hands so that I don't put any smudges on it. And I'm going to turn this around so y'all can see it as I lift it up. Come on. Let me get this, lift this up this way. All right, here we go. And there it is, just like that. I know, I have to be, you're right, I have to be careful. Because I tell you, I don't have very many shirts that don't have paint on them anymore. It's getting small, it's getting slimmer and slimmer. All right, let's dry this. It doesn't take long to dry. And there we go. Just like that. Make sure I didn't get it on my face. I'm going to lift this up. And we've got us a sunset with I know. Don't you love the way that pops? And let's see if I can bring you a little bit closer and show you. You can see the colors. And thanks, Berta. I was organizing some of my stuff today, and I still have your box with the Happy Mail, and I didn't know, I don't think I saw the note that you gave me, and I read it, and the scripture is, "Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you." And you know what? That was really timely today because I've got some stuff that I'm going through, and I went and I put the stuff that I got from you in with some other like Christmas stuff and everything. So I was kind of consolidating it, and I ran across that, and I was like, this was really timely. So thank you for that, and I really appreciated it. It spoke to me today in a way that I needed it. So God knows, right? God knows. So, all right, y'all. This is a Chalk Couture project. If you're interested in this stencil, just let me know, and I can give you the link to my website, and there you go. So I hope y'all have a great night. If you're just hopping on, you can go back and watch the replay. We did everything with Chalk Couture except for the surface. I took the Chalk Couture paste and the Chalk Couture stencil, and I did this on a 5x7 Soho canvas panel. I like to work with a lot of these because one of the reasons is they're inexpensive surfaces, and so you don't mind trying new techniques. If it doesn't turn out, I can just paint over it. I can either gesso over it, or I can just put white paint over it, couple of coats, and try again. So these are great for trying new techniques. The other thing is that Chalk Couture has some reusable surfaces, so those are good to work with also. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Berta. I love you too. And y'all, Jesus loves you more. I hope you have a great night. I will be back on Saturday. I'm going to try and maybe pop in and out if I can and just say hello. And y'all have a great night. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.